Welcome to another episode of Word Warehouse. Today we'll explore English words from fossil to fuss, from ancient remains to everyday emotions. You'll learn their meanings, typical examples, and how to use them naturally in conversation. Let's dive in and make your English flourish. Fossil, the preserved remains of ancient life forms. Scientists discovered a dinosaur fossil in the desert. Foster, to take care of someone else's child temporarily. They decided to foster a child. Foster, to encourage growth. The teacher fostered creativity in her class. Foster child, a child raised by someone who is not their biological parent. Their foster child joined the family last year. Foul, very unpleasant. There was a foul smell coming from the drain. Foul, against the rules. He committed a foul during the match. Found, to establish or create something. They founded the company in 1995. The word found in found guilty does not come from to found, to establish or create something. It comes from to find, to discover or decide something. So found guilty means decided to be guilty or declared guilty in a court of law. The jury found him guilty of robbery. Fun fact: in court, people are usually found guilty or found not guilty, not found innocent. Not guilty means there wasn't enough proof, not necessarily that the person is innocent. Foundation, the base or ground structure of something, chan, an organization. The foundation of the house is made of stone. She applied foundation before putting on her eye makeup. The Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation supports global health and education projects. Foundations, underlying principles or base structures. Education is one of the foundations of society. Founder, a person who establishes an institution or company. Steve Jobs was a founder of Apple. Fountain, a structure that sends water up into the air. We sat by the fountain in the park. A fountain pen uses liquid ink that flows smoothly onto the paper. On all fours, on hands and knees, the baby crawled on all fours across the room. Crawl means to move slowly on your hands and knees, or to move very slowly in general. For example, the baby just learned to crawl. The soldier crawled through the mud. It can also describe slow movement like traffic. The traffic was crawling along the highway. And sometimes it means to behave in an overly humble way. He's always crawling to the boss for favors. On all fours describes the body position, hands and knees, while crawl describes the movement. Fox, a wild animal known for being clever. The fox ran into the woods. Fracture, a break, especially in a bone. He suffered a wrist fracture while playing soccer. She fractured her arm while skiing and had to wear a cast for 6 weeks. Fragile, easily broken or damaged. Handle this vase carefully. It's fragile. Fragment, a small broken piece of something. They found a fragment of ancient pottery. Frame, a border or structure that supports something. He hung the photo in a wooden frame. The window frame needs painting after the winter. He chose a pair of glasses with black metal frames. Frame, to set up someone falsely. The man was framed for a crime he didn't commit. Franchise, authorization to operate under a company's name. They bought a fast food franchise. Frank, honest and direct. She was frank about her feelings. Fraud, deception for personal gain. The company was involved in a tax fraud. Fraternity, a group with shared interests, especially at university. He joined a college fraternity. Freak, A person or thing that is very unusual. They treated him like a freak because of his appearance. She freaked out when she saw the spider. Don't freak out. Everything's under control. Freak, informal. Someone obsessed with something. She's a fitness freak. She goes to the gym every day. Freckle. A small brown spot on the skin. She has freckles on her nose. Free, not under control, without cost. The bird flew free. The museum is free on Sundays. Are you free this afternoon? This drink is sugar-free. After years in prison, he was finally set free. Feel free to ask any questions. The charity provided a free lunchbox for homeless people in the park every Sunday. Freedom, the state of being free. Many fought for freedom during the war. Freeze, to become hard from cold. Water freezes at 0 degrees Celsius. Freeze, to stop moving. He froze when he saw the snake. The hikers almost froze to death during the snowstorm. The lake froze solid overnight, and people started skating on it. The government decided to freeze the company's assets during the investigation. The supermarket promised to freeze prices until the end of the year. The movie ended with a freeze frame of the hero smiling. Freezer, a machine that keeps food frozen. The ice cream is in the freezer. Freezing, extremely cold. It's freezing outside today. Freezing point, the temperature at which a liquid freezes. The freezing point of water is 0 degrees Celsius. Freight, goods transported in bulk. The ship carried a load of freight across the ocean. Frequent, happening often. He's a frequent visitor to that cafe. I love the smell of fresh bread. I gave the old table a fresh coat of paint to make it look new again. She feels fresh after her nap. Freshly, recently. The bread was freshly baked this morning. Freshness. The quality of being new or clean. The freshness of the fruit impressed the customers. Freshwater. Water without salt. The lake is full of freshwater fish. Fret. To worry about something. Don't fret. Everything will be fine. There's no need to fret over small mistakes. Friction. Resistance between surfaces. Friction between the wheels caused heat. Friction. Disagreement. There was friction between the two co-workers. Fried, cooked in hot oil. We had fried chicken for dinner. Friendly. Kind and pleasant. The staff at the hotel were very friendly. Friendship. A relationship between friends. Their friendship has lasted for years. Frieze. A decorative band on a wall or building. The frieze on the temple shows ancient scenes. Fright. A sudden feeling of fear. He got a fright when the door slammed. To take fright. To suddenly become afraid. The horse took fright and ran away. Frisk. To search someone by patting down clothes. The guard frisked everyone entering the concert. Frisky. Full of energy or playful. The puppy was feeling frisky in the garden. Frivolous. Not serious or sensible. They wasted money on frivolous things. Frizzy. Hair that is very curly or tangled. Her hair gets frizzy in humid weather. Frog. A small jumping animal that lives near water. A frog jumped into the pond. Frost. A thin layer of ice on surfaces. The grass was covered with frost this morning. Frostbite. Injury caused by extreme cold. He suffered frostbite on his fingers. Fruit. The sweet part of a plant that can be eaten. Apples and oranges are my favorite fruits. Fruitful, producing good results. Their meeting was very fruitful. Frustrate, to cause someone to feel annoyed by preventing success. She was frustrated by the slow internet connection. The police frustrated the robber's plan to escape. Fry, to cook food in hot oil. She fried some eggs for breakfast. Frying pan, a shallow pan for frying food. Heat the oil in the frying pan. Fuel, a material used to produce energy. The car runs on diesel fuel. Fugitive, a person running away from the law. The fugitive escaped from prison last night. Full length, of maximum extent or duration. They watched a full-length movie. She looked stunning in a full-length mirror before the party. He wore a full-length coat to keep warm in the winter. In full, completely or entirely. The debt was paid in full. Full scale, complete or large in scope. They launched a full-scale investigation. Fully, completely. She is fully aware of the risks. Fund, a supply of money for a purpose. They set up a fund for disaster relief. Funds, money available for spending. The project was delayed due to lack of funds. Fundamental, basic, and essential. Trust is fundamental in any relationship. Funeral, a ceremony for the dead. Hundreds attended his funeral. Funeral service, the event held to honor someone's life after death. The funeral service was held at the church. Fungus, a type of organism like mold or mushrooms. The orange was covered in a green fungus. Funny, causing laughter, strange. That movie was really funny. Funny, strange. It's funny how things change. Furious, extremely angry. She was furious when she heard the news. Furniture, large movable items in a house. They bought new furniture for the living room. Piece of furniture, a single item of furniture. The sofa is a beautiful piece of furniture. Furnish, to supply furniture or equipment. They furnished the apartment with modern pieces. Further, at a greater distance. We walked further into the forest. Further, more. Do you have any further questions? Furthermore, in addition, the plan is risky. Furthermore, it's expensive. Fury, extreme anger. He shook with fury after hearing the insult. Fuse, a small safety device that melts and breaks an electrical circuit when the current is too strong. Also, a device that causes a bomb to explode. The fuse blew when I plugged in the heater. Fuse box, a box that contains the fuses for all the electrical circuits in a building. It protects the system from overloads or short circuits. Make sure the fuse is long enough before you light the firecracker. Future, the time yet to come. We must plan for the future. In future, from now on. In future, please be on time. Fuzzy. Not clear. The photo is a bit fuzzy. I can't see your face clearly. My memory of that day is fuzzy. Fuzzy, covered with fine hair. The peach has a fuzzy skin. The blanket feels fuzzy. Fuss, unnecessary excitement or worry. There was a big fuss about the new school rules. She left without any fuss. To make a fuss, to complain or get upset about something small. She made a fuss because her coffee was cold. Don't make a fuss over a small mistake. Great job! Keep practicing and following Word Warehouse to expand your vocabulary every week.